Good morning, everyone. Bob here, and it's August the 1st. It's kind of chilly this morning. I'm out in my backyard. I'm looking for my cat, Twyla, and I'm about to exercise. And I thought maybe I would just do my workout this morning outside. I know what exercises I should be doing. I know how to do them. But where? I don't think it matters. In fact, maybe I'll have a little bit more fun out here doing all the great exercises that I've learned over the last years. So, the first thing I'm going to do is keep my eyes open for my cat, Twyla. She's out here somewhere. The birds usually tell me where she is because they don't want her near their babies. Especially there's been a wren around recently in the last few days, and wrens are very protective about their environment where they've got their babies. So I'll just keep my eyes open for her, but I think I'll start with a warm-up on the steps. So over here I have some steps, and I'm sure you've got different things in your outside area, whether it's an apartment or a house, or some of you might even be at a retirement home. Anyway, so here we go with the warm-up on the steps. Well, first of all, I'm just going to walk up the steps and down the steps. I'm going to do that again, except I'm going to lead with my left leg. And now I'm going to lead with my right. And then I'm going to go up with my right and then up with my left, alternate. And alternating coming down to right, left. And now I'm going to go up sideways, leading with my right. And come down that way too. That works my hips because there's a bit of a crossover going on. Now I'm going up with the left and down with the left. Good work. The path looks interesting. This is the path that has patio stones that are pretty close together, so I don't trip, right? And they're flat, so I'm just going to walk on the path from one end to the other. Every stone. Now I'm going to walk down and back. Doesn't matter which lead leg I use, but I'm going to skip a stone. Now sideways every stone. No sign of the cat yet. So I'm going to work my upper body, which includes my arms, my shoulders, and my back, even my low back. And I've got a wall here, why not use it? So I'm going to stand against the wall with my heels against the wall, standing in my best posture. Now my head, my shoulder blades touch, my bum touches, my heels touch, but my head doesn't touch. That's okay. If I push it back, it puts some strain on my low back, so I won't do that. I'll just try to stand up as tall as possible with my head away from the wall a little bit. And I'm going to raise my arms up and see if I can touch the knuckles to the wall. And then the fingers at the bottom. So I'm heels against the wall, hips against, like the bum against the wall, shoulder blades against the wall, head away from the wall. And usually I do 10, 12 reps. You could do this without a wall, but a wall makes you focus on all those important body parts. Okay. Now I'm going to take a little step away from the wall and do it again. This time I'll do 5. Got to lean back to touch the knuckles, fingered pads at the bottom. There's 2. 3, no pain, so that means it's okay, best posture, and 1 more. And then I'll finish it off with 1 more step away from the wall and see what happens. I'm not looking up, I'm not looking down, I'm just reaching up. Knuckles and finger pads at the bottom. Yep, I'm going up to 12 this time. I still don't see the cat. She must be in the fern garden because it is lightly raining. 1 more. Have you been counting? I haven't. Good. Now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to use the wall for my push-up. And notice the elbows. So I'm going to stand away from the wall so that when I put my hands shoulder height on the wall, spread my fingers, my arms are pretty straight. Maybe I'll go back a little bit more. Good. Now when I bring my body into the wall, my shoulders go down toward the wall and my forearms touch. Straight out, straight arms, hands shoulder width apart. Slowly lean into the wall. Keep those heels down and forearms touch. That's 2. 3. 4. Elbows below the hands, arms shoulder width apart. Wall push-up. Two more. Lots of walls in this world. Since I'm at the wall, I might as well do my lower body. See what happens here. So get my body up against the wall. That means my bum is touching. Shoulder blades are touching, but I'm going to bring my feet out, keeping them shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. So my bum's touching, my shoulder blades are touching, and now I'm going to slide down the wall. Well, it's a brick wall, it's kind of hard to slide down, but I can inch my way down the wall until I'm sitting in a chair that isn't there. So I'm in that squat position. And then I'll inch my way back up the wall, slide up the wall if you can, if it's smooth, and go down again. My arms are just hanging at my sides. I'll go a little lower this time. Wow, when I get there I'll count 3, 2, 1, and then I'll come back up the wall. Here I go again. Why not exercise outside? It's summer. Think about the winter. It's coming. They said we're going to have a pretty warm latter part of August. So that should be good. Not too warm though. So I'm inching down or sliding down the wall into my chair that isn't there and working my way back up. You take your time, just keep those shoulder blades on the wall and your hips, your glutes, I mean, hip area, keep that on the wall too. Go as low as you want. Hold it for 3 seconds and then come back up. Let's do one more. Working those knees and your hips and your back. Good work. The stretches don't always have to be at the end of your workout. You can do them in between different things. All is good. It's holding the stretch in the proper position for the right length of time that gives you the results. And a stretch, 2 minutes. That's 120 steamboats. Anyway, so I'm going to take the arm. I'll start with this side. I'm going to take the arm and put the hand shoulder height, and then push my shoulder into the wall. So I'm like this, and then this arm's going that way, bringing the shoulder blades together. And my hips are against the sides of my hips are against the wall. Otherwise, I'm standing pretty tall. That's already 10-15 seconds. So you can put me on pause here if you want and hold that for 2 minutes. But right now I'm going to try the other side. So take my palm, shoulder height, flat hand against the wall, push the shoulder into the wall, stand up tall, get my obliques or the sides of my body, the sides of my hips there against the wall, stand up pretty tall, and bring this arm back this way and bring the shoulder blades together. And I'm looking up my yard and I don't see the cat. Twyla, Twyla, come out wherever you are. She's probably stretching over there in the periwinkle, or maybe the ferns. So again, you can put that on pause and you can hold it for 2 minutes. Okay? Okay, let's go look for that cat. No, there's the fern garden. She's maybe in there. Let me look, but when I look, I have to get down low to look. So I'm going to use my legs, not my back, and I'm going to peek in there and see if I can see her. And nope, can't see her. But that's an interesting movement, getting down and picking stuff up or looking for things down low. And you want to make sure that you use your legs, not your back, to do that. That means you got to get your legs apart and you got to lower your hips, bend those legs at the knees. Nope, she's not over here either in the hosta garden. Sometimes she likes to go under the hostas and just hide, watching for chipmunks and birds. But anyway, now that I'm in this area here, I think I'll try to pick up these pine cones that are falling from these pine trees. They drive me crazy. But everybody has their own little idiosyncrasies, and mine are pine cones. So I'm going to do this by using my legs, not my back. And I'm going to go down and pick some pine cones up and then come back up. So you just, wherever you happen to be, I want you to pick something up off the floor and put it back down. So pine cones, there's one. Legs apart, lower the hips, pick up the pine cone. My head is going to be pretty much up too. I'm not going to be always looking down. Here's some. Lower my hips, pick up a couple of pine cones. Right. Oh, there's one right here close to the bench. Lower my hips, come back up. Three over here. 1, 2, 3. Might as well get this leaf while I'm down here. Leaves drive me crazy too. So my legs are apart. I'm grounded. I'm lowering my hips as far as I can. Then I reach, keeping my head up, not down like this. Head up. Use my peripheral vision and pick up pine cones and leaves. If you don't have anything like that, maybe you're in the house. Well, if you're in the house, this workout's not for you. You want to go outside. But you could hold on to something and drop it. And then you could go down and pick it up. Drop it again, and go down and pick it up, and do 12 of those. So we'll call this the pine cone squat. So I'm looking for Twyla. I'm out the front of my yard, and I noticed, hey, I must love rocks. Yes, I do. I have them bordering my garden, and I have them replacing where the grass used to be. And what better thing to do with rocks than to lift them up because they act as a weight. So I don't want a big rock. I just want something relatively light. I'll put the camera down here. No, that's not a good spot. I'll put it down here so you can see my rock garden. Yep, there's the rocks. So pick up a couple that are, 1 or 2 pounds. Here's one. Notice how I'm bending, using my hips, my legs. 2. I got 2 rocks. And I think I'll have a little seat. So if you have a chair wherever you are, or remember you're outside, sit on the curb or something. Make sure you're stable. Your legs are apart, flat there, best you can. You got rocks in both hands. Good, let's just press overhead, straight up. Start in the goalpost position with these 2 light weights. Push up, push up, push up. One more, push up. And the pec press, pull the weights in, forearms together. Is it raining? Yep, it's raining. Is Twyla out here? Yes, she is. Do I know where she is? I'll find her. Right, and then a dip, forearm dip. Good work. You know what we do next. If you've been following my videos, this weight routine I do over and over and over again because it covers most of the body parts that you need to work. So let's get our legs wide apart here. I'll back up into the rock so you can see me. So you're standing up. You don't have to. You could sit down and do this. I'm in a squat and I'm hugging the tree. I'm doing the fly. My feet are together and I pull my bent arms out like a fly. And I tap. And if I can't tap because I don't want to fall over, I just do the fly. I'll get down low so you can see me. My head is up, I'm in a squat, doing the fly squat. Good, and we're gonna heel dig. So I'm gonna come off the rocks. So as I heel dig, I do a bicep curl. So I'll show you my legs. So I'm gonna bicep curl and bring my foot out and heel dig. Working balance, right? Because I don't want to fall. I'm on one foot. Right. And then the other foot, as I do a bicep curl, I do a heel dig. So bicep curl, right? With a heel dig. Okay, now I'm going to kick back. So I'm going to push my arms straight back like that. Good. As I do that, I'm going to balance on one foot and do a toe tap behind. Rocks, August, summer, plants, fresh air. I hope all that smoke from the Manitoba forest fires is gone by because it was coming this way in the last few days. Good. And then I'm going to put both rocks, they're not that big, in one hand. Get my legs apart. You know that warrior position with the feet? One is straight ahead, the other one's on a 45-degree angle. Notice I'm resting down here on my quad, not my knee. Let this dangle and just pull it up to your armpit and do a row. And look around for your cat if you're looking for a cat, or enjoy the flowers or the trees in your neighborhood. Don't give me that excuse that you don't have an outside where you live, because you do. And there are steps and there are sidewalks with squares that you can invent some kind of an exercise with, and there are walls. You do have rocks and things lying around that aren't too heavy. I'm going to do the other side. So one foot straight ahead, the other one 45, switch, rest on my quad, not my knee, and do a row. Can you remember what's next after the row? Sure you can. We're going to do that hip thrust. So both hands are together with the rocks or the weights, right? I'm going to straighten up, but I'm leaning over like this. And as I come up, my legs are straight. They're still straight when I'm bent. I come up, they're still straight. So I'm working my quads and my hamstrings. And I'll back up so you can see me. Maybe I'll put this on this rock here. Okay, here I go. I'm going to back up. So, legs apart, weights together, hinge at the hips, halfway down, and then push my hips forward and bring my arms straight out in front of me and do the hip thrust. Really push. Slow down on the way back. Push. Slow down on the way back. Push. Slow down on the way back. One more. Push. Slow down on the way back. Okay, and then there's only two more in the weight routine here. I'll put this up here by the gargoyle I've got. Okay. So, legs apart, feet pointing straight ahead, shoulder width apart, arms together. I've got the weights overhead. As I come down, I'm going to swing them, sit in the chair that isn't there, but get really low and swing the weights between your legs and come back up. You know this. We don't have to keep making up new exercises when we have the best ones already. So the squat, swing. And then we finish off with a weight in each hand, and we do a lunge forward and up on the balls of my feet at the back. Right? And I come down straight like an elevator and back up. You can do whatever you want with your arms. How about this one? Or maybe this one. Or maybe bend them. Or maybe push them back. Lots of options, right? You know how to do a lunge. Switch sides. Straight down like an elevator. Straight up. I'm on the back toe. Flat foot in front. Something with the arms. Why not work the upper body if you can? And why can't you? We're doing a lunge. Weight routine. Around the back again of my house, because that's where Twyla hangs out most of the time. She's afraid of the road at the front. And, well, is it a sunflower? No. Is it a Jerusalem artichoke? No. What is it? Well, I used to know, but right now I don't. Look at this hydrangea tree. These are the hydrangea, but this is a hydrangea tree. Look at it. And it's just a baby too. Holy man, where's that Twyla? I even have a bougainvillea that likes to be outside. This is a house plant. It stays in the house all winter, but it likes to be outside, and if I don't give it too much water, it will flower. Like in Mexico, where I used to go before COVID, there were hydrangeas everywhere. Where are you, Twyla? Are you hiding in the kale? No. Are you hiding in the beets? No. You know, we should do the owl stretch because it's so important. And then let's just call it quits for today because it's raining. I'm getting wet, but that's okay. Where will I sit for this? I think I'll sit over here. And I got this nice white chair. And I'll let you do the owl with me. So I'm sitting up pretty tall. I'm not slouching like this. Sitting up tall, pelvic tilt, push the hips forward. Grab a hold of the one shoulder and give it a squeeze to bring blood into the trapezius muscle that envelops your shoulder and neck. Let's take some ordinary breaths just to get ready here. Good. Now when I'm ready, squeeze, keep squeezing. Look into the squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Look away from the squeeze. Move slowly. 3, 2, 1. Look up. And when you look up, straighten that leg and point that toe. Put your heel down and point that toe to the heavens and look up. 3, 2, 1. And then when you look down and put your chin on your chest, put your toe down like you're a ballerina on that leg. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's switch sides. Grab this one. Give it a good squeeze. Trapezius muscle. All right. Sit up tall. Push the hips forward. Look into the squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Look away from the squeeze. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Look up. Straighten the leg. Put a heel on the floor and point the toe to the heavens. 3, 2, 1. Ballerina, lift the heel up at the back there, put the toe down, put your chin on your chest. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do a shoulder shrug. Go ahead, grab the head on the other side with the hand by the ear and pull that ear here to that shoulder. Sit up tall, push the hips forward. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Ear, shoulder, sit up tall. I'm not bending over, sitting up tall. 3, 2, 1. And then take my head one way or the other, but just halfway, and then look down. Put your hands behind your head and pull it. 3, 2, 1. Let go, up, neutral, halfway over. Look down, pull the head. 3, 2, 1, and we'll finish today's outdoor workout. I hope to see you around Cambridge or wherever you live, outside doing something with intention. Anyway, so I'm going to look up into the corner up here and draw my rainbow with my head, and then I'm going to draw my happy face with my chin, and then I'm going to go all the way around and call it a full moon. Let's go the other way. Look up into that corner. I'm getting really wet. Rainbow, happy face, full moon. See you next time. Well, as I'm coming in out of the rain, she was in the house all the time. Twyla, I'm getting wet, but I'm having fun exercising and you're watching. Oh my goodness, she's such a cutie.